If you've watched many of my videos, you know I love outdoor lights, but most of the lights that I reviewed are for like walkways and gardens and whatnot, and they show you surrounding areas. In this video, I'm actually going to be looking at a different kind of light, and they're panel lights that are supposed to illuminate the house, huh? That sounds pretty cool. If you're new here, my name is Jeff, and this is Jeff Reviews for You. My channel is dedicated to reviewing a whole lot of products. I specialize in reviewing as seen on TV items. Once in a while, I do a little bit of a DIY just because I think it's a lot of fun. If that interests you, I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel and click the bell below. That way, you're notified every time I release a video just like this one. One more thing, don't forget to check down the description for my social media, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. I would love it if you would follow me there too. Now, let's take a closer look at these panel lights to see if they can light up the house. Here are my Novostella Smart LED floodlights. I think they look pretty sweet. They are Alexa enabled. If you have Alexa, let's do a quick unboxing. Nothing else in that box. All right, so what do I have here? Looks like I have antennas and some directions. And here are the lights themselves. I should have said they are plug-in lights. They are not solar powered. But here is what they look like. You know, I will say this is a pretty solid piece of glass right here, and the metal is very heavy duty. I'm very impressed with just the materials they're made out of. All right, so here I have them. I have my little stands. I can put them on the ground here, and then of course I have my spot for my antenna. What I'm going to do is I'm going to read through the directions and set these up and test them out. Let's download the app to control these. Turn my camera on. I'm covering up the iPhone one and only letting the Android there, so I open up to the Play Store. What I'm going to do is I'm going to download this app. We're going to install it. When this is done, I'll come back and we'll set it up together to pair these lights. We are done downloading. Let's hit open. I do not have an account, so I'm going to sign up. I will agree to their user agreement and privacy policy. Now I need to register this, so I'm going to enter my email. After I registered my email, I got a notification say enter your verification code. So I'm going to check my email, put the code in, and move on to the next step. Once I put my code in, it now asks me to put a password. I have to use 6 to 20 characters with a mix of letters and numbers. It does not ask for special characters. So I'm going to enter a password now and move on to the next step. My password is in. I'm going to hit done. It wants me to give some permissions for the app, so I'm going to go to the app. You can see that I have both lights plugged in, and I have the antennas on, so make sure you put your antennas on. I do have them facing away because in a little bit I'm going to have to reset the lights or put them into like setting mode, and they're going to start blinking like mad. So I'm going to click add a device. I'm going to select lighting, which is this one here. Now this is where it gets confusing because you can't find floodlight anywhere. So what I did is I went all the way down here to where I came to panel lights, and I did the first one, panel light BLE plus Wi-Fi. You see this here? That's the one I clicked. And now it's going to do is it's going to tell me to put my lights into, well, this blinking mode. So I'm going to turn the lights on, off, just like it says right here. And then they're going to start blinking. So let me do that now. It takes a few seconds and then they start blinking. I have them facing away from me, so I am going to confirm. The next position is going to do my Wi-Fi information, so you just do yours as well. After I entered my Wi-Fi information, it's now checking to see the devices. They've stopped blinking here, so I'm guessing that means they were detected. I'm hoping that means that, but it still has a 1 and 45-second countdown. So, it registered. I think it worked. All right, so then right here. Okay, so added successfully both lights. I'm going to click done. So I'm going to click on Smart Light 2. It opens it up. You can see up here there's a little pen. So what I'm going to do here is click that pen again. Click the name, and let's rename this. We'll just do it Light 1. We're going to click Save. We're going to go back. That's Light 1. All right, the cool thing about these lights, let me bring this into view now. So this right here is light 1. I have it facing away from the camera because it is very bright, but you can still see it. So if I toggle down the brightness, I can bring it down there so it's not as bad. And I can also change the tone, so bring it down to more of an orange color. I like that. It's very nice, so I can turn it on and off. Pretty simple. I can set my timer. I could also change the color. Ooh, that's pretty cool. So all different things that you can customize per light specifically to let it do what you want it to do. Pretty neat. Now that I have both lights renamed, set up, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go put them outside, plug them in. I do like that you can just real quick shut them off if you want to, really because they're connected to the internet. It's real simple. I can also set a timer if I want them to come on at certain times or schedule certain days. But now I'm going to go install them outside and test them out. I'm in the process of working on this porch. I've installed some new columns, as you can see here and here. And so I'd like to see if I can mount the lights on these concrete slabs. So I just put them on this 2x4 just to see how it would look. And so if I look at night, it'll be looking at the porch here. So we're going to shine up on the two sets of columns. So it'll be interesting to see how it lights up tonight. I'm also excited. It's supposed to rain tonight, and so we can see how weather resistant these lights are. Here's the other end of this temporary installation. If I like this, I'm going to end up installing 2 plugs, one on this side and then one over on this side, just so I can plug them in that way. But for now, I just have them plugged into this extension cord. I'm looking forward to seeing how it lights things up this evening. Here we are testing these lights out at night. It's about 10 o'clock p.m. and I'm running on the soft white mode. On the right side, I have light number 1. On the left side, I have light number 2. And you can see how it's really lit the porch. Now, this is as dim as it gets. So if you wanted it dimmer than this may not be for you. I will show you how it can get brighter. I'm about 60 feet away from my Wi-Fi router, so I'm pretty impressed that this is working. All right, so here I have the app. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to show you the light on the right. I'm going to spin it from this soft yellow light to a much brighter white light. You see how that just immediately responded to the app? I can also take this if I want to change the color. Well, look at that. I just changed it to green. I can spin all the way around on the dial, picking the different colors that I want. There are also other options where I can get it to go blinking, just depending on the different settings that you choose here. But it's pretty sweet. And if I like that one, I can also go over to light 2 and do the exact same thing, just so it looks very similar on my house. Pretty neat. I should say with the colors, you can pick a solid color. Like here I picked blue, and if I wanted to, I can tone it completely down so it's just a hint of blue. Oops, where is it? Yeah, there it goes. So it's just a hint of the blue. And if I wanted to go back and switch down to light 2 and say, you know what, I just want a hint of the blue across the whole thing. Therefore, it's just lit up barely. I can still see, but it's not that really bright light. Another cool feature is if I want to say, you know what, I just want to turn my lights off, I can hit this power button right here, and just as you see, it just shuts off, and I go over to light number 1, and I can do the same thing right from there. As you can see, it's pretty dark at my house. Now, I do not have the porch light on, but as you can see around, there are no street lights and no other ambient lighting. It's pretty dark, right? So if I have my Novostella Smart floodlights on, watch what happens. It's a lot brighter. Definitely can see outside a whole lot clearer, and it could produce a greater sense of security because you can see. Pretty sweet. In this video, we were looking at a set of panel lights by Novostella. So what did I think of it? One, they were really, really bright, and I like that. I like it when it can illuminate the house. Now, that being said, I didn't show this on video, but they drew some serious bugs, and so I'm gonna have to move them further back just because bugs just covered the side of the house when the lights were on. I will say it sometimes they would lose connection with the Wi-Fi, and I'd actually have to turn off the lights and turn it back on, and they would resync back up. But that happened 1 or 2 times during my review of this over the past 2 weeks or so. Other than that, they did a really good job. I love the different color changes. I think that'd be great for birthdays or holidays. or whatnot. Downside, they are plug-in, but then again, they wouldn't be as powerful. So if you're going to end up using something like this, you are going to have a dedicated line right near them because the power cord is pretty short. Anyway, if this is something that interests you, I will leave a link down in the description. This is Jeff with Jeff Reviews for You. As always, thanks for stopping by, and I hope you have a great day. I wanted to show you the Novostella Smart floodlight in the rain. The manufacturer does report that they are weatherproof, so here we are, just checking it out in the rain. I really do appreciate that you stayed around for my entire review of the Novostella panel lights. You know what? During this review, when I was setting them up, I ended up using my swivel power just to power them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to link that review right up here, and I would love it if you would click on this link. And when you do, by the magic of the internet, I'm going to join you at that review. So go ahead, click it. It's safe. I promise.